Coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, this is a presentation of St. Clair College Journalism.
It's Friday morning, so you know what that means. It's time for Friday Live. Good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Albert Sharp, bringing you the inside scoop on today's latest news. In our first story of the day, we have unfortunate news for the Downtown Mission. Due to a below-average giving season, the Downtown Mission has found itself short of their financial goals. That means that the center is being forced to cut back on programs and services. Programs such as their meal and dental programs will be seeing cutbacks in order to keep up with the financial demand. However, their housing initiatives are still full blast. They're trying to make those their priority in the coming weeks. Now we're a week into February, which is Black History Month, and Felicia Guo got the inside scoop on how Windsor is celebrating.
The 7th annual Windsor Essex Joint Black History Month kicked off over the weekend. This is an important period of history that laid the foundation of Canadian multiculturalism. Irene Moore Davis, the president of Essex County Black Historical Research Society, says Black History Month is a great opportunity to learn and popularize some little-known historical stories.
People don't know, for example, about the great community of really vibrant, dedicated anti-slavery activists or abolitionists who made their home here and did amazing things like establishing the first black newspapers.
The event invited dancers, poets, and musicians of Caribbean and African descent, as well as families of people who used the Underground Railroad. As a descendant of Underground Railroad, T.J. Chavez cares deeply about Black culture.
It's important for us to reflect on the struggle of our ancestors, the journey that it took them, just so that we can enjoy the privileges that we have today.
For more information, please visit amsterdamfreedom.org to see the full schedule. For MediaPlex News Radio, I'm Felicia Guo.
And welcome home. Yesterday, the Canadian citizens stranded in Wuhan, China, boarded a flight back to Canada. However, the returning Canadians will not be able to return to their lives just yet. All returning Canadians will spend 14 days in quarantine upon arrival due to concerns of the coronavirus. The quarantine is to ensure that no one has contracted the virus so it does not spread further in Canada. While there have only been 5 cases of the virus reported in Canada so far, it's just a precaution. Honestly, I'm just glad they're back.
Yeah, for real.
But we're going to keep the show rolling. Zach, what do you got for weather?
Hello, everyone. Are we all ready for the weekend?
Yes.
The groundhog did not see his shadow, predicting an early spring. We've had some warmth over the Groundhog Day weekend. Was it record-breaking? That at the end of the segment. Currently, we are sitting at -3 and snowing. Tomorrow it will be -4 with a 60% chance of flurries. Sunday, periods of snow and -1. Monday, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 1. The answer from the intro is yes. Windsor set a new record for the holiday. The temperature was 11.2, beating the old record of 11.1 in 1973. Wasn't Hawaii weather, but still nice. Anyways, stay tuned, folks. We got some interesting weird news topics, including tongue-bitten, Florida men, and harmonica troubles. Back to you, Albert.
When the best weather upcoming is 1 degree, I am not excited.
Oh, it's getting better though.
We've already surpassed the coldest average. We can only go up from here.
I would really hope so. Well, Christian, let's keep rolling. What do you got for sports?
Thank you, Albert. What's pop-a-loppin', ladies and gentlemen? I'm back and ready to roll. What's going on? We're teeing up and swinging right into the sports. Wednesday night, your Saints split with the Lambton Lions. The women won with a final score being 61-41, and the men took the L with a final scoring being 88-83. It was close. The men's team can be caught in action this weekend as they host the Condor College for a 2 p.m. tip. The women's team has the weekend off, but will be back in action February the 15th at the St. Clair College Sportsplex. Maple Leafs' Cody Ceci is out indefinitely with a reported high ankle sprain. Darren Drager of TSN reported further specifics of the injury, calling it a high ankle sprain that will require reevaluation in months' time. Hopefully Ceci will make a speedy recovery and be back on the ice soon. Well, it wouldn't be a great sportscast unless we talked a little bit about Antonio Brown. Since Buddy has no more NFL career going for him at this point, he's taken to social media to troll everyone and start looking for fights. Logan Paul has offered to fight him, but Antonio can't seem to make up his mind. He should quickly take the offer while it still stands, because with the way he's spending all that moolah, I can't see it lasting that much longer. And while we're on the football topic, if you've been under a rock, I got you. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes came through in the final quarter, taking the lead, and inevitably won. I was going for the 49ers, but realized Mahomes was on the other team, so I switched. But a bet is a bet. And Dave, you won that bet, so Monday coffee's on me, brother. For now, it's your boy Christian Standard, and that's all that's popping in the sports world. Back to you, Albert. Oh, goddamn.
It's Friday, and you know what that means. We're talking cops, coffee, and more this Friday Live. But first, we're looking at the crime of the week with our friends at Crime Stoppers. Christina, welcome back.
Thanks, Albert. The OPP Property Crime Unit is looking for the public's assistance in identifying a male and female responsible for breaking into an apartment building in the 11,000 block of Tecumseh Road in the town of Tecumseh. This occurred on February 13th. A male and female entered the apartment building and several items were taken from the maintenance room area. The parties are described as follows. A white female in her early 30s. She has blonde hair. She wore a black hoodie and a white winter jacket and black gloves. She carried a black, large, oversized shoulder purse. The white male was in his 20s. He was wearing a black puffy coat, black hoodie, and gloves. Over $1,400 worth of items were taken. We have posted the video of these suspects on our social media sites and encourage you to go to catchcrooks.com to view them. If you were able to identify these individuals, please contact the OPP Property Crime Unit. But if you wish to remain anonymous, you can always contact Crime Stoppers 519-258-8477 or submit a tip online at catchcrooks.com.
I hate when people steal things.
I know. I'm hoping that will generate some tips on this case, Albert.
Yeah. Now, Christina, I understand this is actually your last week with us.
This is. It's been a privilege to work with the MediaPlex program. I'm going to miss all of you. You all have bright futures ahead of you. And again, if you see me around, make sure you wave to me. And I look forward to watching and staying updated with your social media posts and seeing what you guys are doing.
And a bright future for you. I mean, you just got a promotion.
That's right. I'm quite excited, and I'm headed back to the uniform to work with all those brave women and men working the road every day, 24 hours a day, keeping our community safe.
Well, I'm sure I can say on behalf of all of us, we wish you the best in your new position.
Thank you so much, Albert, and thank you to all of you for being so kind and generous over the last few years.
All right. Now, Christian, I'm glad you're back, even though you're not still in the booth with me. It was just not the Super Bowl without you. I'd ask who you were betting on, but that's still illegal. But it looks like Brian Massey wants to legalize single-event betting, and Bert Bouchard has the story.
As the Super Bowl grabbed the world's attention Sunday night, many Canadian bettors had the odds stacked against them. Brian Massey has been working for over a decade to legalize single-event sports betting, saying Canadian cities are behind the times when it comes to the practice. He believes with Michigan on track to get single-event sports betting legalized by April, time is ticking.
We get contacted from people from Ohio, from Indiana, from Michigan, asking about the status of single-event sports gaming in Canada.
Even Lakeshore Mayor Tom Bain, who originally feared the legalization of single-game sports betting, has since changed his views.
The longer we sit on it and don't do something, the more of the market we're losing.
The Canadian Gaming Association estimates Canadians are wagering around $10 billion annually on illegal bookmaking operations. The CGA also estimates Caesar Windsor would benefit, as an estimated 100 full-time jobs would be implemented if the bill was passed. For MediaPlex News, I'm Bert Bouchard.
You know, maybe I just don't like public sports events because of all the germs. Are your immunization records updated? Well, if they are not, Manveer Kaur has the story.
The Windsor Essex County Health Unit is making it easier for families in Windsor for their children. There will be a series of clinics held at the health unit regarding the suspension order received for vaccines that were not updated. In 2018, around 800 students in Windsor and Essex County were suspended from school because they were not updated on vaccine to prevent serious or common diseases in Windsor. According to the health unit's website, the immunizations are mandatory in Ontario. Thank you for tuning in. I am Manveer Kaur and this is MediaPlex.
Now, I'm guessing if you didn't get suspended from our school, you probably had your convocation just recently. Marco Rovere tells us more.
The first winter convocation at St. Clair College happened this past Wednesday, January 29th, as over 600 graduates were celebrated. Around 1,000 of those graduates were eligible to graduate this season. The programs of the graduates included business, community studies, engineering technologies, health sciences, media, art and design, nursing, skilled trades, and from the college's Toronto campus, ACE Acumen Academy. The reason that this convocation is happening now is because of a large group of students who would have had to wait until June to receive their credentials, but this convocation gave the students the ability to receive their certificate sooner. The next graduation ceremony will take place later in the year, which will congratulate students who are graduating from this year's programs. For MediaPlex News, I'm Marco Rovere.
You know, it probably felt really nice to be on that stage. But you know what also feels really nice to be on stage right now? Dunya El-Haddad tells us.
The Bluestones formed in Windsor in 2011 and have played at The Dugout, Fog Lounge, Capitol Theatre, and more. They were recently nominated for Breakthrough Group at the Juno Awards. Tariq Jafar, the vocalist and guitarist of the Bluestones, is humbled.
So great to be recognized by your country like that, you know, and even just to be nominated is just like a huge honor. It's something that we've always, I guess, dreamed of being, so it's nice to have it happen.
Hard work and skill are the main ingredients to the Bluestones' recipe for success. Make sure to tune in to the Juno Awards on Sunday, March 15th, 2020 to see the results. My name is Danielle Haddad, reporting from MediaPlex News. Back to you in the studio.
Speaking of music, Eric Schneckenberger succeeds Sam and Brett as the new music guy this week.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's a new segment. It's the sound system, bringing you the latest and greatest across the music world. I'm your host, Eric Schneckenberger. So what's been going on this past week? Justin Bieber has announced his new album, Changes, will drop on Valentine's Day. I hope he makes some changes after an interesting ad rollout for his song Yummy, posting 5 or 6 music videos for views, trying to make meme edits from his own video, random stock images of babies on his Instagram, and a David Dobrik collab. But I guess we'll see whether it turns into a good album. Because it's a Friday this year, we will see a lot of drops on Valentine's Day. Personally, I'm looking forward to the Tame Impala record. And some things I love this week, producer of the moment Kenny Beats teamed up with Denzel Curry, releasing a 20-minute short film titled Unlocked. It's got amazing animation from Mike Manor and lots of fire new music. We also got some Joji, formerly Filthy Frank, on YouTube. He's continuing his transition into music with the video for his new song Run. It's a great video, great song. As far as most internet stars turned musicians go, I'd say he's been pretty consistent. He's got some great ideas, and I'm excited for his 2020.
He's always been a creative one.
Yep. Moving on to another former YouTuber, Ryan Beatty. You might remember Beatty's voice from the early 2010s YouTube music scene, kind of teeny boppy stuff. Nowadays, he's making dark, powerful alt R&B with frequent collaborations with Brockhampton. His new album, Dreaming of David, is a must-listen for me. That's all I got this week for music. This is Eric Schneckenberger saying it's been a pleasure, folks. I'll be back after I get a little bit of sun from Florida.
You know, it feels like that's the closest we've been to Hollywood in a while, which Savannah Mills can tell us all about.
This is V-Talk. I'm Vanna Mills, bringing you the hottest from Hollywood. This Wednesday, singer-songwriter Selena Gomez announced that she will be releasing her own beauty brand. She uploaded a live Instagram video to make the announcement. Gomez says she hopes to create a brand that is not only comfortable, but it has some easy-to-create looks. The beauty line will be available in Sephora this summer. The brand will be called Rare, much like her new album. This past weekend, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott celebrated daughter Stormy Webster's second birthday by building her a theme park. A theme park. What do you guys think about that? Did you guys get a theme park? When you were 1 year old, I didn't get a theme park.
Listen,
I got a cake in the face.
I didn't even always get a party.
The dream. I mean, like, imagine being able to, like, be that big of a star and throw that big of a party for your daughter.
I mean, she's 1.
2.
She's not even going to remember it, and it probably costed so much.
Honestly, give me a pumpkin pie. I don't like cake, and I'm happy.
I'm down for pumpkin pie.
I'll take some pumpkin pie with some Cool Whip.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Well, when Stormy turned 1, Kylie created Stormy World, which in 2019 was filled with baby sharks. 2020 Stormy World featured fairground rides, a store, cocktails, characters, and people dressed up as Stormy herself. Kylie shared a multitude of Instagram videos revealing all the fun this party truly had to offer. In these posts, Jenner showed off the Dumbo fairground rides, a frozen castle, and stores selling Stormy merch. How extra can you be? Also, over the Super Bowl weekend, G-Eazy seemed to be living his best life with Megan Thee Stallion, as the pair were getting cozy and he can be seen cuddling and kissing Megan in a story he posted to his Instagram. G-Eazy also posted a photo of Megan on his Instagram with the caption, "Blue Hearts." Watch out, Megan. Have you heard Halsey's new album? It doesn't seem like it's all blue hearts and cuddles. Well, that's it for this week. I'm Vanna Mills, and this has been V-Talk, bringing you the hottest from Hollywood.
It's official, Hollywood is still weird. So that's Tristan's cue to show us how weird everything else is.
Welcome to Impulse, the show with no description because the topics are whatever comes to mind. I'm Tristan Zuderveen. Today we've got another game from Beyond to discuss, the card game. Unlike the midnight game, this one is not lethal. However, that does not make it a good idea. The idea of this ritual is to commune with spirits through ordinary, everyday playing cards. All you need is a normal deck of cards, a candle, and some salt. To begin, you must turn off all the lights and light the candle in the room you've chosen before sprinkling some salt on the cards. This is because salt is known to defend against and even restrain spirits. Next, each person playing must take a turn shuffling the deck before they are laid out face down in 3 groups of 6 cards, arranged in 2 columns and 3 rows. Once the cards have been placed, the first person must ask, "Are the spirits willing to speak with us tonight?" If the answer is no, don't push your luck. The person who asks the question then hovers their hand over each of the cards slowly until they feel warmth from one of them. Turn over that card for your answer. If it is a heart, the answer is yes. If you reveal a spade, the answer is no. A diamond means maybe, while a club is I don't know. Like every game, there are basic rules. The person who asks the question is the one to turn over the card. Also, once a card has been flipped, discard it from the spread. To end the game, you must simply say goodbye and blow out the candle. Then salt the cards once more and shuffle them before discarding them permanently to ensure they are never used again. No one wants to play poker with a poltergeist. This game can be played alone or in a group, but remember, while it is not life-threatening, ghosts who are summoned tend to hang around, so be prepared for a new roommate or two.
What?
By the way, without the filter, we rarely remember dreams in real life, and rarely remember real life in our dreams.
Wow.
Always weird. Always weird.
Wait, what is the difference between this game and like the Ouija board, for instance?
The Ouija board has a higher tendency to summon specifically demons.
Oh, so.
Also, you salt the cards as a preventive thing.
Okay.
So
I might have to try this out. I don't know.
Neither are a good idea. Let me make that clear.
I don't know. I've done the Ouija board and I kind of regret that.
Oh, if the answer is no, don't push your luck. Now that's some life advice right there.
Okay,
that's not just for the game, that's in life. If the answer is no, don't push your luck. But this is Zach's cue to show us how even weirder the rest of the world is.
Happy February, the month of romance. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am the weirdo with your weird news.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the perfect love story? This guy's love story is not that. CNN reports a suburban Detroit man is recovering after an inch of his tongue was bitten off during a consensual kiss by his freaky girlfriend, Yolette Wedgeworth. Further reports say she told the man not to put his tongue in her mouth. Gee, I wonder why. She was charged with aggravated assault. And who says romance isn't dead?
If the answer is no, don't push your luck.
I mean, she did give him a warning.
Absolutely, yeah, don't push your luck.
Man, I love my tongue. I can't.
All right, a 1, 2, 3, and cue.
Florida man does whatever a Florida man can. Look out, here comes the Florida man.
It's normally Florida man, but today it's Florida men. According to the Washington Post, a traffic stop went from routine to criminal. 2 Florida men were arrested in the Florida Panhandle after a deputy found a bag of drugs, in which, you guessed it, a bag of drugs, to which it was labeled. The 2 Florida men faced numerous drug charges. What was going through their minds Where are we gonna hide the drugs? How about in that bag that says bag full of drugs? They don't belong in prison. They belong in Washington.
Gotta stay organized.
It's reverse psychology. If you see a bag that says big old bag of drugs, are you going to think someone's actually going to put drugs in their big old bag of drugs?
I'm still checking that bag.
That would be my thought process. I'd be like, all right, listen, we're not gonna
I'd be like,
this one.
no one's that dumb.
And that's why you would be caught.
Some Florida guys, though, I swear.
If you want crack, don't label it.
You don't want to confuse it with the flour.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Then label
true.
the flour.
Then you put in a bag full of flour. There are people who can play the harmonica. This Ontario teen should not even be allowed to play at all. According to the Toronto Sun, for some unknown reason, Ontario teen Molly O'Brien shoved a whole harmonica in her mouth, which stretched her cheeks.
Oh.
Before telling her parents and seeking medical attention, she uploaded it to the app TikTok. Don't you just love millennials nowadays?
Dude, TikTok
I'm going to be honest, I've done that. I have shoved a whole harmonica in my mouth.
You want to know how I got these scars?
I saw a Mickey Mouse dude in a cartoon, and I'm like, I can totally do that. I couldn't play, but luckily I've got a huge mouth and could get it out no problem.
Quick question. Did it play when you breathed?
No. I also can't play a harmonica when it's outside of my mouth.
That was actually the case for this teen. She would play, like every time she would take a breath or breathe, you would hear it go, eh.
That's one way to spice up a panic attack.
Man, people do anything for views.
It's like country music. Have a panic attack, it's like you're playing country music. But she eventually did seek medical attention and had it removed by a dentist. If she can stretch her mouth like that, she's been practicing. The harmonica, get your minds out of the gutter, people.
Not enough.
Bro, I just never know what you're gonna say.
That's the point, Christian. I love the element of surprise. If you missed Friday Live or this segment, or just want to watch it again, tune into our broadcast, MediaPlex News Now, Tuesdays at 6. Back to you, Albert.
TikTok is going to ruin this world.
Agreed.
Truly.
Already has.
But that's our show for today. Friday Live is a student-run production through St. Clair College, and we've had contributions from our producer, Brett Blake, Felicia Guo, Zachary Balog, Christian Stannard, our friends at Crime Stoppers, Bird Bouchard, Manveer Kaur, Marco Rovere, Dunya El Haddad, Eric Schneckenberger, Savannah Mills, Tristan Zuderveen, and I'm your host, Albert Sharp. Have a good weekend, everybody. Next week is Valentine's Day.
You too, Albert.
No.
Get ready for that weird news.
Oh, no. I will be the weird news. Just you wait. That is a warning.